Welcome back to the channel, where we simplify complex ideas about success, leadership, and life into practical advice that you can use every day. Today, we're diving deep into Principles, Life, and Work by Ray Dalio. Dalio isn't just a billionaire investor or one of the most influential financial figures of our time. He's a visionary who has developed a set of principles to help anyone, not just in business but in life. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a leader in your community, or simply someone trying to achieve personal success, his insights can transform the way you think and act. Ray Dalio has spent his entire life refining his understanding of what works and what doesn't when it comes to making decisions, solving problems, and building meaningful relationships. His principles have been fundamental in shaping Bridgewater Associates into one of the most successful hedge funds in the world, but more importantly, they've been instrumental in his personal development. These are not just business principles. They are life principles. They can help you navigate the challenges you face both professionally and personally. In today's video, we'll break down some of the most powerful principles from the book and show you how to apply them in your life. Whether it's learning how to embrace reality, using a proven step-by-step process to achieve your goals, or becoming radically open-minded, these principles have the potential to reshape your approach to life and work. So, let's dive in and explore Ray Dalio's timeless wisdom. By the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap that can guide you toward success in any area of life. The first principle Ray Dalio emphasizes is simple yet incredibly profound. Embrace reality and deal with it. It sounds straightforward, but think about it for a moment. How often do we avoid facing the truth in our daily lives? Whether it's a difficult situation at work, financial challenges, or personal struggles, the natural instinct for many is to avoid or sugarcoat the problem. But Dalio argues that the only way to make progress is to confront the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Imagine you're lost in a forest. If you refuse to admit that you're lost, you'll never find your way out. You could wander aimlessly for hours or even days, convinced that you're on the right path when you're really just moving in circles. The same applies to life. Whether you're facing a career setback, a relationship issue, or a financial problem, you can't find a solution until you first admit where you really are. Dalio's philosophy is grounded in the idea that reality is what it is, regardless of whether we like it or not. If you can embrace reality for what it is, you empower yourself to start finding solutions. When you face the facts, no matter how difficult or uncomfortable, you can take the first step towards solving the problem. Avoidance or denial, on the other hand, only prolongs the suffering. But embracing reality goes beyond just acknowledging problems. It also means accepting that setbacks and failures are inevitable parts of life. Dalio likens this to solving a puzzle. You may not have all the pieces right away, and the process might feel frustrating, but with perseverance and a commitment to dealing with reality, you'll eventually fit all the pieces together. The key is to maintain a mindset that embraces challenges, views mistakes as opportunities for learning, and stays resilient in the face of adversity. One of the standout elements of Ray Dalio's philosophy is his practical approach to achieving goals. He calls this the 5-step process, and it's a framework that can help you go from where you are now to where you want to be. This process is simple, yet incredibly powerful, because it breaks down goal achievement into actionable steps. Instead of being overwhelmed by a big goal, you can tackle it piece by piece using this method. Step 1. Set clear, specific goals. Without a clear target, you're essentially shooting in the dark. This applies to any area of life, whether you want to advance in your career, improve your relationships, or reach a financial milestone. The more specific you are, the easier it becomes to focus your efforts. Step 2. Identify the problems that stand in your way. Once you know what you want, the next step is to figure out what's holding you back. This could be external challenges, like lack of resources, or internal obstacles, like self-doubt or fear of failure. Be brutally honest about what's stopping you from reaching your goal. Step 3. Diagnose the problems. It's not enough to just identify the obstacles. You need to dig deeper to find the root causes. For example, if you're struggling with time management, is it because you're overcommitted, or is it because you're not prioritizing tasks effectively? Diagnosing the root cause is essential for creating a solution that works. Step 4. Design a plan. Once you've diagnosed the problems, you can create a step-by-step plan to address them. This is where the real magic happens. A plan gives you a roadmap to follow, and it breaks down the journey into manageable steps. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the size of the goal, you can focus on completing one task at a time. Step 5. Execute the plan. Execution is where most people fall short. You can have the best plan in the world, but if you don't take action, it's worthless. Dalio stresses the importance of discipline and persistence in this stage. Stick to the plan, track your progress, and make adjustments as necessary. The key is to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. Think of this process like building a house. First, you need a clear vision of what the house will look like. That's your goal. Then, you inspect the land and materials to spot any issues, identifying problems. Next, you figure out why those issues exist and how to fix them, diagnosing. After that, you create a detailed blueprint, designing your plan. Finally, you start building, executing the plan. If you follow this step-by-step process, you don't just dream about your goals, you make them happen. This 5-step process can be applied to anything, whether you're trying to improve your career, your relationships, or your personal development. The key is to keep moving forward, adjusting your plan as needed, and executing each step with determination. One of Dalio's most transformative principles is the idea of being radically open-minded. It's not just about being open to new ideas, it's about actively seeking out perspectives that challenge your own beliefs. Most people tend to stick with what they know, but Dalio believes that the best decisions come from exploring different viewpoints, even when they make us uncomfortable. Being radically open-minded means acknowledging that you don't have all the answers. No matter how experienced or knowledgeable you are, there's always something new to learn. And often, the best insights come from people who see things differently from you. It's like having a toolbox. The more tools or perspectives you have, the better equipped you are to solve problems. Dalio encourages us to embrace feedback, especially from those who disagree with us. It's not about always changing your mind, but about considering new possibilities that might lead to better outcomes. Imagine you're working on a project, and someone offers a suggestion that completely contradicts your plan. Instead of dismissing it, take the time to explore their reasoning. Even if you don't ultimately agree, you'll likely gain valuable insights that can improve your approach. Open-mindedness is also about humility. It's about recognizing that your way isn't always the best way and being willing to adapt when necessary. The more open you are to new ideas, the more creative and innovative you become. It's like adding more tools to your toolbox. The more perspectives you consider, the more options you have for dealing with challenges. And in today's fast-paced, constantly changing world, having a variety of perspectives is more valuable than ever. Next, we come to one of the most striking principles of Dalio's work culture: radical transparency. At Bridgewater Associates, radical transparency is a core value. It means being completely open and honest in all interactions, whether you're giving feedback, sharing ideas, or making decisions. The goal is to create an environment where everyone feels safe to speak their mind and where the best ideas win. Transparency is like a clear window. Everyone can see what's happening, so there's no room for misunderstandings or hidden agendas. In a transparent environment, people feel empowered to share their best ideas and offer constructive criticism without fear of judgment. This leads to stronger relationships and better decisions, both in the workplace and in life. Radical transparency can be uncomfortable at first. especially if you're used to holding back or avoiding confrontation. But Dalio believes that honesty is the foundation of trust. When people know they can speak their minds without repercussions, it creates a culture of openness and innovation. Imagine a sports team where every player is encouraged to critique each other's performance constructively. That level of openness can lead to tremendous growth and success. One of Dalio's more intense principles is evolve or die. In today's rapidly changing world, standing still means falling behind. Whether you're an individual or a business, constant evolution is necessary to stay relevant and succeed. This principle isn't just about adapting when circumstances force you to. It's about proactively seeking out ways to grow and improve. Dalio compares evolution to climbing a mountain. The higher you climb, the better your view, and the more opportunities you can see. But if you stop climbing, you risk missing out on new opportunities and falling behind. Challenges, while uncomfortable, are opportunities in disguise. Each challenge you face is a chance to grow, learn, and become stronger. The key is to approach life with a mindset that embraces growth and sees every setback as a stepping stone toward future success. Whether it's learning new skills, adapting to new technologies, or refining your strategies, evolution is key to staying competitive in any field. And this principle doesn't just apply to businesses, it applies to personal growth too. As individuals, we need to constantly evolve in our relationships, our careers, and our personal lives. The moment you stop growing is the moment you start falling behind. Another key principle in Dalio's system is the importance of meritocracy. In a meritocracy, decisions are based on merit, on the quality of ideas and performance, rather than on hierarchy or status. Dalio believes that meritocracies lead to better outcomes because they allow the best ideas to rise to the top, no matter where they come from. Imagine a sports team where the coach selects players based solely on their performance, not on favoritism or seniority. In this environment, everyone has an equal opportunity to contribute, and the team benefits from having the best players on the field. The same applies to any organization. A meritocratic workplace fosters innovation, creativity, and better decision-making because the focus is on what works, not on who's suggesting it. Meritocracy can also transform your personal life. When you adopt a meritocratic mindset, you start to value ideas and actions based on their effectiveness, not on where they come from. This means being open to learning from everyone around you, regardless of their background or position. The more you value merit, the more you encourage the people around you to bring their best ideas to the table. So, what can we learn from Ray Dalio's principles, life, and work? It's all about embracing reality, following a clear process to achieve your goals, staying radically open-minded, fostering transparency, constantly evolving, and ensuring that merit guides your decisions. These principles aren't just for work, they're for life. By applying these principles, you can build stronger relationships, make better decisions, and achieve your goals. Whether they're personal or professional, Ray Dalio's principles have helped him build one of the most successful companies in the world, but more importantly, they've given him a framework for living a meaningful and fulfilling life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more practical advice on success, leadership, and personal growth. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.